Our preacher for the morning is Reverend Dr. Karen Johnson Moore. Karen Johnson Moore is a native of Pender County, the eldest of four born to Pastor John B. Smith Jr. and First Lady Vivian McIntyre Smith of Rocky Point. At age 18, she became the wife of the late Deacon Benny Johnson for 32 years until he passed in 2009. And to their union, two sons were born, Tremaine and Tremel Johnson, and moved from Rocky Point to Atkinson, North Carolina, where she has lived for the past 40-plus years in the Newtown community. Reverend Johnson Moore remarried in September 2013 and is now married to Reginald Lee Moore. They have been blessed to blend their families together and now have three children, Joy and Royce, Tremaine and Latisha, and Tremel and fiancée Shanique. They are proud grandparents of 6 grandchildren, Roshan, Daquan, Taylor, Darian, Tequila, and Tremel Jr. Karen Johnson Moore comes from a lineage of preachers, of which her paternal grandparents, the late Reverend John B. Smith Sr., and her grandmother, the late Minister Lucille Smith, laid the foundation, out of which a multitude of preachers have been birthed from the Smith family, which consists of Baptist ministers, as well as a lineage of preachers of which her maternal grandparents, the late Waddell and Abby McIntyre side, which is the McIntyre family, who were Methodist ministers. Reverend Johnson Moore graduated from Pender High School in 1976. As an adult, to prove to her children that it is never too late to get an education, returned to school and earned a BS in Business Management from Shaw University in 1994. Master in Theology, St. Luke School of Biblical Studies, and doctorate degree from St. Luke School of Biblical Studies. She continues her studies while enrolled at Andersonville Theology Seminary, completing Master of Ministry, Biblical Counseling. She preached her initial sermon in 2004 at Hall's Chapel, MBC, under the interim pastor John B. Smith Jr., and was ordained October 2007 by the North Carolina School of Theology. She is also an ordained elder with Covenant Christian Faith International Fellowship, Wilmington, North Carolina. Pastor Johnson Moore also has a successful past and present professional career, working 14 years with Pender County DSS, 14 years with Southeastern Mental Health Developmental Disabilities as First Black Case Manager, Program Coordinator. Karen also worked as Business Coordinator for 8 years for family-owned New Beginnings Daycare. Karen is currently employed as Clinical Program Supervisor 2 for ResCare Home Care, where she supervises 32 CNAs and direct care professionals. In December 2002, Disciples for Christ Ministries was birthed from an ongoing Bible study held at her home and various homes within her community. This ministry was affiliated with CCFIF Fellowship, and this same ministry is now known as New Life Ministries, where Karen currently works diligently to rebuild and pastor as teaching and outreach ministry. It is her desire to continue to help serve the individuals with mental health and intellectual disabilities with developing their skills and challenges, as well helping all God's people find hope, peace, and love in Jesus Christ for their everyday life needs. Pastor Johnson's favorite saying is, "If God brings me to it, He will take me through it." Zion, let us welcome Reverend Dr. Karen Johnson Moore as she comes to deliver the Word of God.